Hello students, today we're going to talk about hardtack. Hardtack was a staple of the Union Army during the Civil War. We're going to talk about how it was made, how the soldiers ate it, and their opinion of hardtack. First of all, we start with a cup of flour. Pour that into our bowl. 1 teaspoon of salt. We'll mix this up real good. And about a half a cup of water. Stir that until all the ingredients are combined. We're going to roll it out as best we can until it's about a ½ inch thick. A lot of hardtack was 3 inches by 3 inches. It varied between round crackers, and the size varied from the size of dinner plates all the way down to about 3 inches. So we're going to do the 3-inch ones. Just measure them off, and I'm using a pizza cutter to cut mine. And there's one more step before we place them on our baking sheet. This is a little gadget I made to make this hardtack. It punches holes in it, and the holes are actually very important because it helps the hardtack to dry better than it would if it had no holes. So we'll take it, place it on our baking sheet. And we're going to let this bake at 425 degrees for about 20 to 25 minutes before we take it out and turn it over and bake the other side. Okay, now our hardtack is done. This is what it looks like. We made about 2 3-inch crackers just to be able to test what it tastes like. This is Parker. He's our our taste tester. And he's going to test, this is all the ways that soldiers used to eat hardtack. And we're going to go through every one of them and have him taste it. So Parker, you will take one of those hardtacks and try it out, see what you think.
I can't bite it.
I wonder why. A lot of times when it was so hard that they couldn't bite it, couldn't chew it, they would crumble it up and put it in the coffee. So, and the way they would do that is they would take a rifle butt and they would crush it up and put a little in their coffee, and that way they could eat it. What do you think of that?
I like regular coffee better.
Okay, well, another way that they used to eat hardtack, they got issued vegetables in little cakes. They were dehydrated back then, and they would make like a vegetable soup, and they would crumble up the hardtack and put it in their soup, in the vegetable soup. So we'll put a little in there and try that out and see what you think.
That's not so bad.
Kind of like crackers and soup, isn't it? Okay, one other way that they would eat it after they crushed it up, because it was so hard most of the time, they would take it and crush it, put it in a bowl, and add some water, stir it up real well. Now, if they were on the march and they weren't going to camp for a while, or if they were in battle and were pinned down and they needed something to eat, they just had to make do with they had to make do with just plain old hardtack usually, and maybe some raw bits of bacon. That's what they ate when they were on the march or in battle, because they didn't have time to make a campfire.